Do some insects enslave other insects to survive? If you've ever wondered about the intricate and sometimes surprising ways insects interact, you might be curious about a particular behavior that sounds almost like a sci-fi plot: insects enslaving other insects. Let's explore this fascinating topic. In the world of ants, there are species known as slave-making ants, or slaver ants. These ants are brood parasites, meaning they capture the young of other ant species to increase their own worker force. Here's how it works. A queen slave-maker ant invades an existing nest of another ant species, often killing or ousting the resident queen and workers. She then takes over the nest and the developing brood, which eventually imprint on her chemical profile and become workers for her colony. These enslaved ants, once they mature, perform all the tasks that the slave-maker ants need, such as foraging for food, caring for the young, and even defending the nest. The slave-maker ants are specialized for raiding other nests to steal more young, a process called slave raiding. Scouts from the slave-maker colony find a suitable host nest, return to their own nest to recruit other ants, and then invade the host nest en masse to capture as many larvae and pupae as possible. The enslaved ants are tricked into serving their captors through a process involving scents. The slave-maker ants use pheromones to mark the way back to their nest, ensuring the newly captured ants follow and integrate into the slave-maker colony. Here, they learn the colony's odor and begin to work as if they were in their own colony. But this story doesn't end there. Enslaved ants can sometimes rebel against their captors. Research has shown that enslaved worker ants can kill the offspring of their parasites, improving the survival chances of their neighboring relatives. For example, in some populations, enslaved Temnothorax longospinosus workers have been observed neglecting or actively killing the pupae of their Protomognathus americanus slave makers. This behavior reduces the strength of the parasite colonies and benefits the neighboring colonies of the enslaved ants' relatives. This complex relationship between slave-maker ants and their hosts is part of an evolutionary arms race. Host colonies evolve defenses to resist slave raids, while the slave makers evolve strategies to overcome these defenses. For instance, slave-maker ants have strong mandibles and special chemical-producing glands that help them in their raids. In addition to ants, other insects like cuckoo bees also exhibit parasitic behaviors. Female cuckoo bees lay their eggs in the nests of solitary bees, where the cuckoo bee larvae will hatch, kill the host's young, and devour the pollen stores meant for the host's offspring. These cuckoo bees often mimic the smell of their hosts to avoid detection and ensure their eggs are not destroyed. So to answer your question, yes, some insects do enslave other insects to survive. This behavior is a remarkable example of how different species have evolved unique strategies to ensure their survival and success in the natural world.